Hi everyone, this is Hillary Ellers and I'm coming to you from Lightworks Studio. We're going to continue into our lesson on energy and vibration. And we were talking about the Chladni plate and how it worked. And it is such a physical demonstration of different energetic forms that happen at different frequencies of energy. There's another phenomenon that I want to talk to you about, which it's not the plate, but this has to do with sound and sound frequency. There are 7 notes in the musical scale, and each of those notes literally vibrates at a different rate or a different frequency. The lower notes are literally said to have negative mass, and the notes are the tones are called phonons, and I want to spell it P-H-O-N-O-N, phonons. And whereas a light, the light frequency is a photon, the sound frequency is a phonon. So the phonon, as it is lower, has a more negative charge, and it is said to cause mass, literally, to fall up, which is an interesting concept. Instead of falling down, the phonon, the lower notes in particular, cause mass to fall up. And one of the things that this seems to indicate is that the sounds can literally cause physical objects to levitate. And this is some of the ideas about how objects, very heavy objects, were moved. You know, on Easter Island and many other places from antiquity, objects were moved, great stones used to build temples and structures, and it has never been understood how could ancient people move these huge stones. And one of the concepts now that is beginning to arise scientifically is that literal sound waves and certain sounds can cause objects to be weightless. You know, in the book of Joshua in the Bible, there is a story about the city of Jericho, and how the walls of the city of Jericho were made to collapse by the sound of trumpets, and that this literally could be a reality, that a certain sound or tone could destroy or break apart a physical object. There is some belief that Stonehenge is actually an acoustic temple, and that it was used somehow, that sound was used as part of the ritual there. Shamans often practice through the use of sound and chanting and drumming. These things cause what is called a brain entrainment, and it has to do with sound controlling the brain, a brain entrainment. Interesting, I think, concept. And the idea, again, is about these vibratory frequencies, and at different levels having different phenomena and affecting physical matter in different ways. Pythagoras, who was from the 6th century, was very involved with math and geometry, and he tied them very closely to music. And he believed in what he called the music of the spheres. And there is thought to be a certain sound that accompanies each of these 7 layers or groupings of energy. So this is just another way to look at how different vibratory rates create specific and different phenomena. For instance, and we've already talked some about color, that the only difference in red and blue or green is its rate of vibration. But these rates of vibration have a great deal of effect on our brains and therefore on our consciousness. So what I'd like you to begin to think about is that color and consciousness are very linked. A more evolved person is said to be able to perceive more color and a broader range of color. There are colors which actually vibrate above visible color and below visible color, and therefore they are invisible to us, us inhabitants of the physical plane. But color doesn't stop at, or doesn't just vibrate between red and purple. There are ranges of vibration of energy below and above this, and with our physical apparatus, we're just not able to perceive those outer ranges of energy. Now, not only do different colors vibrate and are created by the vibratory rate, your consciousness is very affected by vibration and your brain waves, and at a certain level of vibratory rate, your consciousness is centered in the physical dimension. And you are aware of the physical world and, aware of the physical, just what is around you physically. But when your consciousness changes its vibratory rate, you literally are pulled to different kinds of energy. And an example would be, at one vibratory rate, you are aware of form. At another vibratory rate, you begin to be aware of sensation. That's the etheric, which is just above the physical in vibratory rate. Then above that, just a little bit faster vibration, consciousness begins to move into emotion and feeling. Isn't that amazing? And those are the astral dimensions, the lower and upper astral. Above that in vibration, consciousness is pulled to mental capacities, and consciousness is drawn to concrete mental thinking, and then a little faster vibration yet, it is pulled into abstract thinking. There's something about all this. For me, I've said it, but I just can't emphasize it enough, how mind-blowing it is to me, that just a difference of vibration, of energy, creates the difference in a feeling level for us and a thinking level, or at an even higher frequency, a spiritual level. So at different rates, different frequencies, we feel, think, and experience different realities. And the thinking world is thought to be a certain dimension. The feeling world is thought to be a different dimension. The spiritual world, yet another dimension. And so these realms, you see, these are these groupings we've been talking about, the groupings of energy that when you experience the vibratory rate, you literally are vibrating in a different world, and there are different phenomena related. What I'd like you to begin to realize is that this is all something that has been working for you all of your life. And that until we stop and really look at the process, we don't realize how amazing it is. And on some level, how creation is, I feel, all about energy and vibration. And that I think it brings us back to the awareness that all is one. And I don't know quite how else to say that I think it's like the ingredients of a recipe, when somehow the ingredients are actually the same in this case, but the difference made is, if it could be, I mean, this is not a very good example I'm giving you, but say like how fast you beat the batter, or for how many minutes do you beat the batter and how fast, or something. And imagine that a whole different kind of cake would be created. I want you to experiment with this and to begin to realize that you are literally feeling all of this energy all the time, but you've been so accustomed to it and so used to it that you just haven't realized that you are feeling energy. The more you are aware and the more you pay attention to this, the broader your range of what you pick up on will be. And you will become more and more aware. At some point, I feel enlightenment happens when we become aware of all the energy bands, and we become aware of our ability to feel all these energy bands. And you know, there's probably some energies that you are drawn to and others that you may even be kind of repelled by. And pay attention to that too. It's as if sometimes it's said that when a person is drawn to a particular color, that they quote unquote need the energy of that color. And when you are repelled by a certain color, it may be that you have all of that kind of energy already that you need. And any more would be unbalancing for you or not good for you. And so you're repelled by it. I think that's very much, in a way, how relationships between people work as well. That sometimes the energy of another person gives you something you lack or something you need, and you will be drawn to that person. Then other people, you may find that whatever they are about would be unbalancing for you, and you actually then are repelled by that person. And I think it's a very interesting way to look at relationship and to look at why sometimes we have those attractions and lack of attraction or even repulsion to certain people when we really have trouble understanding exactly why that is. And I think a lot of it has to do with what we need to be whole or complete within ourselves, and what is too much of something for us. Think about this and start experimenting more with just going into situations or places or around people simply by feeling the energy. And then, as a secondary thing, think of what the energy means to you. But to begin, I'd like you to begin to just pay attention to the feeling of the frequencies, and then pay attention to what it means to you. What does it bring up for you? But in other words, broaden your awareness now to be more aware of the energetic fields or the energetic continuums you are working with. Thank you. Let's enter into a short guided meditation. Just allow yourself now to begin to relax. And feel your body responding. Feel your muscles growing heavier, letting down. Allow yourself to step more clearly into your body. And begin to feel what it feels like to breathe. Begin to feel how good it feels to breathe. Your breath connects you to all things. As you begin to feel your breath, every incoming breath is bringing a soothing wave of relaxation through your entire body. Every outgoing breath is carrying with it all of the tension, all of the frustration of the day out and away from you. Every outgoing breath is carrying with it all of the stress of the day, all out and away from you. And you are simply filled with comfort and relaxation. In this moment, allow yourself to be drawn to any color that is attractive to you. And just imagine this color. You can see this color filling up all of your visual screen. allow yourself to step into the color that has appeared. And imagine now that you are receiving something from this color that you need. And just imagine you are really taking in and absorbing all of this color. You are filled with this beautiful color. And absorb this color as if you are drinking it up until you are completely filled. And now gradually begin to return. And return bringing the impression of this color that came to you. And when you're back, move or open your eyes, stretch. So write about this in your journal, and you can refer to the chart and begin to understand the level of energy you're being drawn toward, and assume there's something about that that's either good for you right now, or that you need, or that can be balancing for you, helpful in some way. You know, I have been asking for people to send in questions, so please do, and just send them to my email address, which is at the beginning of the lesson. I would just love to have your questions. Take care.